trial in Chicago 8 years before. Everyone's stunned by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cash Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Crush the legend, hashtag TWT. Mike Mazik, Tim Layton, hashtag JBT. Just do boxing. Mike Rim. Salute to everyone and welcome to another episode of Cash Sports, the Box Dorian. Today, it's fantasy matchups Monday. Bud Crawford versus the legend. Terence Bud Crawford versus the legends. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Dorian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone today? This is the Monday afternoon edition of Cat Sports the Box Historian. Pulled right up at the beginning of another huge week of boxing history. I started out with fantasy matchups Monday. Bud Crawford on the hot seat today. Oh, Bud Crawford. We're going to see him up against 15 legends of the sport from different eras. How would he fare against the likes of Homicide, Henry, Armstrong, and Duran, Aaron Pryor, Wilfred Benitez, Sugar Ray Leonard, the Motor City Cobra, Thomas the Hitman Hearns, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, JCC, Julio Cesar Chavez, Colonel Sweet Pea Whitaker, the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Pretty Boy / Money Mayweather Jr. And I got 4 current fighters. You'll find out them at the end when we get to them, okay? 4 current guys. Bud's gonna fight a couple of them we might actually see, you know? But we're gonna see him today, okay? We might see a couple of these active guys fight Bud in the future, but we're gonna see him fight him today too, okay? So if we don't get him in the future, you get them today on Cat Sports the Box Historian. But how was everybody's weekend? Good to see everybody back in here today on Monday. Together again. Al Booker. What's up, AB? Man, I'm getting tired of that Jake Paul nonsense, man. Jake needs to just promote his fight, stay off the card. I mean, either get both feet in the boxing. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Or leave it alone. He's a great promoter. Puts great fights on the card, but then he always got to put himself as the main event, you know? So, fight some prospects, you know, some boxing prospects. Or either just be the promoter, you know? I don't know what to say about Saturday, man. You know? I was saying Mike was 58, but that mess, he looked like he was 258, man. You know? It was crazy, sad. I fought both of them. Mike shouldn't have went for the okie doke. Does he need money that bad to get in there and give us some shit like that? Come on, man. But yeah. But you know, like I was saying this morning on my friend Crush the Legends show, partly at fault is the real boxers for not giving us the fights we want. So Jake is just stepping in that void, man. So, you know, these real boxers give us our fights. We don't have to worry about Jake Paul and his nonsense. But did y'all think Amanda won that one? I thought she did. I thought they robbed her the first and second time, man. And she was going for history. You know, she was going to tie Manny. 8 divisions. Yeah, man, but they gave it to Katie again. Katie has got a lot of gifts in her career. I thought Delphine Pursoon beat her a few years back. But let's see what we got coming up this week. Okay, we got today fantasy matchups Monday. Tomorrow is going to be about the cruiserweight division. We're going to look at a history of the cruiserweight division, some of the top cruiserweights of all time. And then we're going to look at some active cruiserweights, the top cruiserweights of 2024. It's not 25 yet, is it? No. Okay. The laptop say 24. Some of the top cruiserweights of 2024. You know, this time going by so fast, it could be 2025. Went to sleep in 2024 and woke up, it was 2025. But some of the top cruiserweights, that's tomorrow. And then we're going to look at some of the top cruiserweight fights of all time. We're going to go back and get on the women on Wednesday. Some of the hardest hitting women from different categories. Some of the hardest hitting, punching women of all time, like Amanda, with them 31 knockouts. Layla Ali. Layla had like almost a 90% knockout rate. That's incredible for a woman, man. She had 24 fights, wins, 21 of them by knockout, man. That's what we're gonna talk about Wednesday. Some different categories. Some of the most powerful women will be included. Talk about some of the best women southpaws. You know how we always have to appreciate the women every now and then, since we had that great fight this weekend. So Wednesday is going to be that. We're going to talk about the women. This week, Thursday, boxing in the States is Missouri. History of boxing in Missouri, you know. See if we can find some venues or some old historic fights there. Of course, boxers from Missouri. I don't know any right now, but I will by Thursday. Tim said he could watch them girls fight 100 times. Who did you think won, Tim? Did you think the judges got it right? Al Booker says he thought Katie won, even with the point deduction. They say Amanda outlanded about over 100 punches, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, Katie, man, she got to be on something. You see that big head and neck? That big head and neck got PEDs written all over it, man. She might as well just write PED across her forehead, man. You know, look, especially no woman, head and neck gonna get like that without pumping something in there, man. Come on now, Katie. Yeah. And Jake ain't doing no testing. And what were they going for, the W? I don't know. But it just looks like she on something, man. To me. You know, bad enough you say a man on steroids with a head and neck like that, but a woman? Come on, man. What is a woman doing with a thick-ass neck like that, man? PEDs. Mm-hmm. And Tevin Farmer did a good job this weekend against William Cepeda. It's only a matter of time before William goes down. He's another one of them ones in that Oscar protection racket. Just like Zerto got exposed. Yeah, he's going down. Booker said Katie definitely has that classic pit bull head. Yes, she does. And neck. Yeah. On a woman like that, Al Booker, she got to be using some PEDs or something, man. As a woman, feminine, female neck gonna grow up thick like that, man. Come on, Katie. But hey, she gets away with it, so if you don't get caught, it ain't cheating, right? If you don't get caught, it ain't cheating. That's what they say in the hood. When you out there in the street fighting, do whatever you can to win. And Katie is doing whatever she can to win, and she's not getting busted for it, so it ain't wrong. You know? What we got this weekend, though? I didn't see the card Saturday. Yeah, I thought so too, Just. I thought they got it wrong again. I thought they got it wrong the first time, too, when they fought up there in the garden. But could we see the trilogy? Could we see the trilogy? I wouldn't mind seeing it. They'd have had two good competitive fights, man. You know, just like Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron had those two majority decisions, man, and each other's only lost, and they just stopped. They never had the trilogy. Watch Katie and Amanda do the same thing, man. Some fights just demand trilogy. And think of the money they would make, man. They both made up in the millions, like what 9-10 million this time? But you know what's going to happen? Jake had a trilogy and make himself the main event against some 80-year-old man. Might be me and Jake Paul for the next main event, you know. Who knows? I get in there and I go out of my trunks and come out with something like they do in wrestling. They took something out of his shorts. And Jake be laid out. Mm-hmm. But what's happening this weekend? I saw a card, but I didn't know any of the names on it, man. I got it right here. It's from Paris, France. Paris used to be a big boxing town back in the 20s when the black fighters wasn't getting a lot of play over here. They used to go to Paris and fight a lot. Europe really, but Paris a lot. We got a Paris fight this weekend. Mm-hmm. But I don't know anybody on the card. What's up, the Defiant Arnie 1 in the building? What's happening? Defiant Arnie 1 all the way from Puerto Rico in the building. Salute. How was your weekend, Defiant Arnie? We all back up in here. That's good. Still early in the JBT day. We didn't have a hangout this morning. Did anybody step in? I didn't see anything this morning. Big Supreme in the building. What's up, Big Supreme? Hashtag FSG. Big Supreme said he got Floyd by unanimous decision over Yeah. Damn, Big Supreme, you must have seen my notes, man. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. Florida's deep down in there. I did it in order of careers, like Henry Armstrong, Duran, all the older guys would be first. But yeah, Florida's up in there, Big Supreme. Yeah, you got Floyd by, you must have seen my notes, man. But I ain't giving nothing away. But yeah, Big Supreme, yeah, I would pick Floyd by that too. Not giving it away, but yeah. But what's this weekend? That card from Paris, I don't know anybody on it. The main event is somebody named Bakery Sabaki. Something like that. I'm gonna put it in the chat. See if y'all heard of him. You know damn well that ain't right. JK. We're gonna start about 2:30. See if y'all heard of this guy, because I sure haven't. I don't even know his name. He's in the main event. It's from Paris. Anybody heard of him? I guess it's a man, Bakery. Yeah, Wade Ryan, going up against Wade Ryan. Junior middleweights, 12 rounds, so wow. Must have been fighting for a while. God damn, it don't get no better neither. I'm gonna leave this card alone, man, because these names. Look at the next name. Oh, Mustafa. First name is Mustafa, okay? And it's to be announced. I don't understand that. Has it to be announced and the fight is this weekend? You don't know who he's fighting yet? Wow, that's crazy. Anybody know that guy there? He's headlining it. Adams versus let's see, I saw something in there. Adams versus Kazarakis. Brandon Adams. Is that this weekend, Big Supreme? Where's that coming from? That one. Oh, Sonny Edwards. Oh, that's next weekend. Back in there. I think that's Sonny's first fight since he lost to Bam. Sonny took a big break, I believe it is. But yeah, we kind of slow down the next couple of weeks a little bit. But then we're heading toward that big heavyweight rematch show there. I got Fury this time. Who y'all got this time? I got Fury. Yeah. Okay, so next week is no, that's the week after next. 2 weeks we got Navarrete and Valdez too. Oshaki is calling for the winner of that. That would be good. Oh yeah, then we got the Espinosa and Robeisy rematch. 2 weeks. That's Espinosa, the guy that took the belt from Robeisy, remember? So that should be good. Espinosa like 6 feet fighting at 118. No, I mean featherweight. 126. That's still kind of tall for that. Lean, mean fighting machine, though. Oh, Richard Torres, my main young heavyweight on the card. Emiliano Vargas. Oh, man, that's going to be good. Yes. That's 2 weeks. This is the undercard. Oh, Steven Navarro. That's Oscar Valdez and Navarrete, too. Yeah. And then Shaki's calling for the winner. That should be a good little series there, And then Leon Pryor and Richardson Hitchens at the same day. Mm-hmm. So it's heating back up in a couple weeks. Heating right back up. Julio Hackett on there. And we going on into 25. And we getting Benavidez and Morrell early in 25. So if that's any indication of how the year is going to go, that's a very good start. That is a very good start, When is that? February? Benavidez and Morrell? I got Benavidez early, right now. If I had to pick right now, I'd lean toward the veteran. Well, not really veteran, but Booker said he got. Oh, Sonny had a fight 2 months ago. Okay, Big Supreme, thank you. Yeah, I thought I had heard his name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's back in there again. Sonny is busy. Right back in there. I think it's 2 weeks from now. December the 7th or 8th, somewhere around in there. Yeah. Okay, Al Burger got Usyk this time. I thought Fury started off well, but Usyk was just determined, man, patient and determined to get in there, man. And I liked his demeanor for that fight, man. Usyk was serious. Never deterred from his game plan. You know, he was determined, man, and patient, and I was very impressed with Usyk that night. But I think Fury get in and start like he started out with that jab boxing. Keep his hands up. He wanted to run around with his hands down around his waist. You know, kind of playing around. I don't understand that in an undisputed fight. But this one is not for undisputed because they stripped Usyk like 10 minutes after he won it almost. Daniel Dubois has it now. IBF, yeah. But yeah, Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford versus the Legends. Oh, Mike Bostic, I appreciate that Cash App too, bro. Friday. I didn't even see it during the show. I'm always missing stuff. But yeah, Mike Bostic always looking out, supporting. I don't know. I don't know what's up with my monetization. They stripped me like 3 weeks after I got it. They worse than the IBF. Right? Like 3 weeks after I got it, they took it back. They might as well kept it and not gave it to me in the first damn place. And I don't even know why. But it still got like that little red exclamation point up there. So I think that's indicating that they're not ready to give it back to me yet. You know? Okay, who you got on that one, Al Booger? I don't know too much about. Ant did it. Oh man, I missed it. Yeah, Ant might pop up at any time with his shows. I missed it. Oh, you want Fury to finally go away, huh? He ain't going nowhere. Even if he loses this one, he coming back. You know, they still paying to see him. But Daniel messed up the bag. They wanted Fury and Usyk, Fury and AJ over there in that Wembley Stadium. AJ and Dubois pulled like 90,000, man. Yeah. And don't forget we got another raffle going on too. Half and half. Whatever the JBT takes in, the winner gets half. And the drawing will be December 21st. 5 minutes after the winner gets his hand raised in the Usyk and Fury fight, the drawing will be done. $5 gets you one chance, and $20 gets you 5 chances. Go for the blocks, because last time we had blocks, the guy had 7 blocks. You know, you got 3 chances for $25. He got 7. He had 21 chances. And we had 3 prizes. He won 2 of them. So the block is the way to go. $20. Get like 2 of them. That'll give you 10 chances. It's only $40. I would get like 10 of them if I could get it. That's like 200. No damn well, I ain't no 10 chances. I'm just saying that because I can't get in it. But how's everybody, man? It's a good big boxing week getting ready to start. Oh, and the profile this week, I never said it. It's Manny Pacquiao Friday. The life and career of Manny Pacquiao. This thing went out on me 2 times last week, man. Paid too much money for this thing, for this Wi-Fi to be acting up like that. I have to start stealing it like everybody else, you know? Yeah, Manny Pacquiao Friday. I had to go back and check. I couldn't believe I had never did Manny, but I never did. Nope. I had to go back and check on that. That's a big one. That's a long one, too. Because Manny got a little bit of his political career in there, and then he had a basketball career down there in the Philippines. Yeah. And boxing. Yeah. He was a senator. Mm-hmm. And he ran for president. Didn't win, fell a little short of that one, but he ran for president of the country. They wouldn't have let him be a boxer anymore if he'd have become president, because, you know, somebody might pay some boxer to assassinate him in the ring, beat him to death. You know. Manny been trying to get back in there, though. Yeah. Talking about him and Barrios. Yeah. Barrios got robbed, too, man. What y'all think about that one? I thought he did enough, man. Widely. Like 8-4. Yeah. But yeah, man, I missed that film study on Brandon Adams. Wow. Where's Kazoricus from? Over there in Eastern Europe somewhere. It's not like an Eastern European name. Yeah, Anton T. Hill. Okay. That was another fire part of the JBT day. Well, we still got 3 fire shows after me. Just Do Boxing at 4. And DVO Boxing TV and the gang at 8. DVO D3. Prize Fighter. Crush the Legend. B's up in there. Sometimes I think Crush B's up in there with him here. And the Mighty Rise podcast at 9. But we like 2 minutes away from starting, so let me get ready to get everything situated here. Got my pictures. I got a few of these guys. The legends never fought Bud, but I got pictures of them up against Bud, man. Yeah, a few of them. Jaleel. I mean, what's his name? Hattie. Jarrell Hattie's not in here. He always talking about tanking Bud. And I was gonna match him up at lightweight, but I didn't like how it came out, man. You know, I'm a huge Tank fan, and I did the matchup on him and Bud, but I didn't like how it came out, so I ain't doing that, man. So y'all know what happened, right? I'm a huge Tank fan, and I did him, and I did the whole thing, man. Wrote it up, and I said, nah, I scratched it. I'm not doing it. I did not like the result of it, man. You know? Yeah, I had Bud winning, man. So I said, no. Bud had like a 8-inch reach advantage, man. Almost 4 inches in height. That's a lot to overcome. Now, sometimes people say reach is overrated, but it depends on who has it. Now, skilled boxer, skilled, experienced boxer like Bud with a 7-inch reach advantage, that's significant, right? Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, no Tank got that one-hitter critter, but it would be extremely difficult delivering it against Bud with all those size advantages, man, and those counter-punching skills and stuff he got. So, yeah, I didn't like the result, so I scratched Bud and Tank out. I sure did. But let's get ready to get started. Fantasy matchups Monday. Terence Bud Crawford versus the Legend today. Okay? Yeah. 229. Can't start before 2:30. This thing been going out on me lately. I'm super sick. Okay. Did everybody have a good weekend though? The weather was beautiful. It's beautiful today, man. It's getting ready to get colder. It always seems like it really starts freezing right around Thanksgiving, and that's next week. I thought it was this week. Tim says Tank footwork would eat that reach up. That's a good point, Tim. Yeah. Big Supreme says Crawford might be in trouble. I'm glad I didn't do it then, because I would have got cooked the way I had it. Y'all would have cooked me. Yeah, Gamboa Waffle Crawford. Yeah. You're going to see that in a couple of these matchups, too. Yeah. Okay, Big Supreme says Usyk might stop him this time. Okay. Yeah, coming up. Well, no. Next month. I'm thinking November 21st, December 21st. Yeah, we still got a little month and a half to wait for it, but it's coming. That's a good thing about it. We are getting it. And if Fury does win, they got to give us the trilogy, man. They can't leave it at 1-1. That would be criminal, wouldn't it? Two of the biggest heavyweights of the time right now, biggest names, and then 1-1 and leave it at that. Not have the trilogy. Plus leave all that money on the table. Man, no. That's why. Where old is Katie Taylor? I would think I wouldn't mind seeing her and Amanda had a trilogy, but is she 40 yet? I know she's 39. Okay, let's get ready to get started on today's show. It's Fantasy Matchups Monday. Bud Crawford on the hot seat today. Bud Crawford versus the Legends. Okay. Now Bud was a switch hitter, so let's talk about switch hitting first. Okay. Now, let's talk about switch hitting. Lights are looking beautiful. Okay, now, oh yeah, glasses. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Manny Friday though. We had a good one going Friday on who was it? Evander Holyfield and the damn thing went out, man. And I was telling everybody to put the thumbs up in, but I had to refresh the chat. Everybody was putting thumbs up in, but the chat wasn't moving. And when I went off the air, I saw it. I got kind of mad, get ready to lean on people like, y'all ain't listening. But yeah, everybody, I had like 5 thumbs ups in there. But I didn't refresh the chat. But hopefully we get through today. Okay, let's go. Bud Crawford versus the legend. Let's talk about switch hitting right quick. Ain't gonna be but a minute, you know. Bud was one of the top ones in the game. Well, not was, is, because Bud is still out there, right? Not was, is. Yeah, that's a good point though, Tim. Tank's footwork would eat that reach up. Yeah. I'm glad I did. Erase it, because the way y'all talking, y'all would have cooked me, because I had Bud winning. But I couldn't do it, man. I just can't go against Tank. Even King Kong, Tank by first round knockout. Now, a boxing switch hitter is a boxer who can easily switch between the orthodox and southpaw stances. Now, of course, the orthodox stance is when the left foot and hand are the lead, like he's in the southpaw right there, which is the most common stance. And the southpaw is the right foot and hand are the lead, which is often used by left-handers, but not primarily. You can have right-handed people in the southpaw stance, and you can have left-handed. There's the orthodox stance. You can have left-handed people in the orthodox stance. Yes, you can. Now, your southpaw and left, right hand and foot are the lead, right? Now, switch hitting is a strategic move that can confuse opponents, disrupt their game plan, and give the boxer an advantage. It can also make it difficult for opponents to anticipate the boxer's next move. You know, that's switching. Yes, you can. And to become a good switch hitter, a boxer needs to learn how to transition between stances and fight and defend from both stances, right? Now, this can be practiced doing heavy bag work, pad work, or sparring. Yeah. Takes a lot of work. Or sparring. Now, some tips for switch hitters include: you can set up your opponent by throwing a 1-2 before switching. And after switching and shooting another shot, create an angle and move away from your opponent's power side. Now, some boxers who are known for switching or who were known for switch hitting include Terence Crawford, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Duran Ennis, Tyson Fury, Nassim Hamed, and Andre Ward. And for those who don't know about switch hitting, imagine being ambidextrous in the boxing ring, right? Able to switch between orthodox and southpaw stances at will. And of course, this strategic move confounds opponents, disrupts their game plans, and offers a fresh perspective on the sweet side. Now let's briefly summarize Crawford's career real quick, and then we're going to get going on these fantasy matchups Monday. Let's summarize Bud real quick. You know how we do. Ain't going to take but a minute. Now, Terence Crawford has held world championships in 4 weight classes: lightweight, junior welterweight, welterweight, and now junior middleweight. Just got that one, remember? And those titles include being the 4-belt undisputed champion at junior welterweight and welterweight, right? Now, Bud is currently the WBA junior middleweight world champion, capturing that belt in August of this year from Israel Madrimov. Now, he currently has 41 professional fights in his career. He's won all of them, every one of them, 41-0, with 31 wins coming by knockout. And the decision win over Madrimov in August was the first time anyone had been the distance with Bud since 2016. The last one to go the distance with Bud before August, Madrimov in August, was was Victor Postol in 2016 at 140. Wow. He had 11 consecutive stoppages during that period. And Bud is only one of 5 fighters to be undisputed in 2 weight classes during the 4-belt era, you know. Bud was the second one to do it. The GOAT was first, then Bud. Katie Taylor and Monster did it a month apart, remember? Katie did it November last year, Monster December. And Usyk did it this year. Usyk had it for like 10 minutes before they stripped him. Now, Crawford is a switch hitter with power in either hand. And some key elements of his fighting style include speed, power, counterpunching, and high-level defense. His quick footwork allows him to evade punches and create openings for his own attack. Bud possesses knockout power that, along with his elite counterpunching skills, make him a dangerous opponent for anyone in the ring. Okay, let's get started now. Bud Crawford versus the Legends. Okay. First is going to be going up against Henry Armstrong at 147. Homicide Hank at 147. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. What's up, Bruce Gas? Bud Crawford versus the Legends today, Bruce. Just starting. You are right on time, Bruce. Homicide Hank is number 1. Salute to Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Another Fire channel. Talks a lot of history over there, among other things. Got a Fire trivia contest. I was sitting there the other week. I didn't know none of the answers. I was embarrassed. Bruce was getting ready to name some of the top ones, and I know I was going to be like number 25 or something. I left. Salute, Bruce. Okay, number 1 is Henry Armstrong at 147, right? Okay. Now, Armstrong, there's a little bit about him. I know we did it the other week, but it ain't going to take but a second. Armstrong was champion. Somebody might not have been here. Armstrong was champion in 3 weight classes simultaneously: featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. He defended his welterweight title a total of 19 times. And at the time, the sport only had the 8 original weight classes. Many boxing experts and historians rank Armstrong as the second best boxer of all time, pound for pound, behind only Sugar Ray Robinson. He's widely thought of as top 5 at featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. Okay, so who wins this matchup between Bud and Homicide Hank at 147? Okay, that's one of me and Al Booker's favorite nicknames, Homicide Hank. But who wins this one? Let's talk about it. Now, okay, Homicide Hank was a relentless pressure fighter, right? And I remember another pressure fighter named Sean Porter gave Bud a little trouble when they fought, remember? Gave him some problems, yeah. And I think Armstrong could do the same, right? But Porter was bigger than Armstrong. And Porter did end up getting stopped after being knocked down 2 times, right? Now, size would be a factor in this fight because now listen to this. Armstrong usually fought at welterweight while weighing between 135 and 140 because he fought small because, remember, at the same time he was defending his 147 belt, he was going back down defending the belt at 126 also. So he was actually fighting at 147, but he only weighed like 135, 140. There's no limit on the lower end. You can't go over 147, but you can be, you know, you don't have to be 147. So yeah, 135, 140. Meantime, Bud fought at welterweight at a minimum of 160 pounds. So that is a very significant size differential, right? Now, as Armstrong would be attempting to wade in and bring his pressure, he would be walking into piston jabs and check hooks all night long, right? Bud's jab would definitely slow down a small guy like Armstrong, Armstrong was also lacking in defense, right? Fought back around the 30s, into the early 40s. Now, Armstrong was used to constantly putting his head in his opponent's chest, riding his punches, not giving his opponents room to get their punches off effectively and preventing them from moving away from it. But a bigger, stronger fighter like Bud would not be too hampered by any of these tactics. Maybe this matchup would have a different outcome at 135 or 140. But at 147, Armstrong is just as skilled as Bud, but Crawford is just too big and too strong. He wins by a comfortable unanimous decision, right? Now, he's not going to stop Armstrong because out of 170 fights, Homicide Hank only got stopped twice, right? So his chin was strong. But Armstrong put in the 15-round era. So 15 rounds, Bud 10 rounds to 5, or 145 to 140. 12 rounds, Bud 8 to 4, 116, 112. Comfortable, unanimous decision for Bud in that one. Okay. Next, and anybody can let me know in the chat how y'all feel. This don't necessarily have to be how they go. It's just what I think. I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong once or twice a year now. Okay, let's move on. Next is the Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran. Bud Crawford versus the Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran at 135. I can't match nobody up against Roberto Duran anywhere else. He went all the way light heavyweight, but it wouldn't be. They'd come lock me up if I'd match somebody up against Roberto Duran anywhere but 135. Where he went through those 70s, man, I think that was the greatest performance of any decade. And maybe even a little bit better than Joe Louis in the 40s, or Ricardo Lopez in the 90s. 72 fights, man. 71-1. And the man that beat him, he avenged it twice. Another fighter though, I can't think of his name. Oh boy, it's gonna come to me. As I told you like 1,000 times. I know Bruce Gas. Who was beat Roberto in the 70s? Only man beat him at lightweight. Bruce Gas knows. In the 70s, he was the only man to beat Roberto at lightweight. Only one to beat him in the decade of the 70s. Okay, but Roberto Duran is next. There he is. At 135, at lightweight. Now, the Hands of Stone had a 33-year professional career from 1968 to 2001. And Roberto Duran and former heavyweight champion Jack Johnson are the only boxers to have competed in over a span of 5 decades. Manny had 4, Pacquiao. Now, Duran was known as a versatile technical brawler and pressure fighter with formidable punching power and excellent defense. He won 71 of 72 fights during the 1970s. Who wins this showdown between Crawford and Duran at 135? 2 intelligent fighters with killer instincts. Yeah, both of them were great finishers. Oh yeah, thank you, Al Booker. Esteban de Jesus. Thank you, Al AB. Yeah, Esteban de Jesus was the only man to beat Duran in the 70s. And only man to beat him at lightweight. But they had a trilogy. Roberto won the last 2. Yeah, Esteban's in the Hall of Fame, another great fighter, man. I tell you, them 70s, man, they call it the golden era of the heavyweight. It was a golden era, period, man. Just what every champion anybody touched about in the 70s is in the Hall of Fame, man. Just about. But Roberto Duran and Bud, who wins this one? 2 intelligent fighters, both with their killer instinct. When either one of these guys got you in trouble, you were going up out of there. Wasn't no recovery. There's no coming back. Now, like I was saying, Bud is a versatile switch hitter with speed, power, elite footwork, and good timing. Now, Duran was a very heavy-handed, sneaky, aggressive counterpuncher with excellent inside fighting skills and endless stamina. Yeah, Duran had a gas tank. He had one of the elite chins and elite gas tanks, and those were 2 staples that made him what he was, man. Not all that did, but you got elite gas tank and elite chin, man. You're going to be in every fight. Now, this is a great matchup. Now, lean toward Duran due to his vast experience. But let's talk about this fight, okay? Let's talk about it. Now, the first thing that comes to mind for me is Crawford was dropped by Aegis Kavalauskas and Little Uriocas Gamboa, like Big Supreme was talking about in the opening. Yeah. Little Uriocas Gamboa, that comes to my mind. First thing, man. Gamboa had him on spaghetti legs. He was dropped by Aegis Cavaloskis, right? So what could Duran from 135 potentially do to Bud, man? Duran has the better resume by far. But to be fair, Bud is still working on his, so just to be fair, Bud is still active. Okay. Now, it's well known how tough Duran was, but Bud may actually be a bit tougher. History shows that once Duran became frustrated, he shut down and became a broken fighter. But you have to get him frustrated first, which many top-level fighters could not do. Okay? He kind of broke down when he got frustrated, like the Sugar Ray 2, but you had to get him there first, and it didn't happen too often. Now, Terence Crawford has never been beaten, and he dominated Earl Spence, who at the time was unbeaten himself and was widely considered one of the top fighters in boxing at that time, right? When they was leading up to that fight. But when thinking about this matchup between Bud and Duran, a few things just stick in my mind, man. Little 33-year-old Gamboa having Bud on spaghetti legs and Cavaloskis dropping him. And Sean Porter's pressure giving him problems, which is not anywhere in the neighborhood to the relentless pressure Duran is going to bring to it, right? And the last thing is Duran later in his career at age 32 put on a competitive fight against Marvelous Marvin Hagler, who is a bigger, stronger, more aggressive switch hitter than Bud. Now, Duran did lose that fight, but he was leading on all three judges' scorecards after 13 rounds, right? So I got the hands of stone breaking Crawford down late with his relentless pressure and aggression. And don't forget the underrated defense of Duran. Don't forget that now. Can't forget that. But he won't get him stopped. But Duran by unanimous decision. 15 rounds, 9 rounds to 6, so 144 to 141. 12 rounds, Duran wins 7-5, 115-113. Duran. Let me keep track. Duran. So who was the first one? Bud, I think Bud beat Homicide, Hank, right? Yeah. But he took the L against Duran. So that's 1-1. I'm gonna keep score today. Well, let's go. There goes Let's Talk Fashion prediction. Let's Talk Fashion predicted Bud was gonna go undefeated, so he's done. His prediction is done already. After the second matchup. Okay. Al Booker says gotta go old school again. I picked Mono's Dave Edris, but again, that might have to be a trilogy situation. Yeah, great minds think alike, Al Booker. Yeah, I had Duran too. I just can't get, like Big Supreme said, I can't get little Yuriopoulos Gamboa having Bud on spaghetti legs out of my mind, man. And then I think about Duran at 135. Gamboa had him on spaghetti legs. Now, I gave Bud the benefit of the doubt until we go the distance, but it could potentially be a late stoppage by Duran too. But either way, Duran wins that one. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, it's Hawk time. It's Hawk time. It's Hawk time. Aaron Pryor. This fight will be at I can't find it. It's on that paper. I ain't in my book. There, okay, 140. 140. I think that's all the Hawk for. That was 140, right? I don't remember him fighting anywhere else. I don't remember him fighting anywhere else but 140, to tell you the truth. Maybe he did, but I never saw it. Yeah. So this one is at 140 today, and he's fighting at 140 today, okay? Now, Pryor's boxing style was unorthodox, wild, and relentless, and he was known for his ability to take a punch. Yeah, classic chin, man. And the Hawk named his boxing style pure violence. Pryor had a 14-year career from 1976 to 1990 that included winning the junior welterweight championship 2 times between 1980 and 1985, okay? Now, Aaron Pryor was very mobile, yet awkward. He fired punches from different angles and was extremely confident in the ring. He threw punches from everywhere, man. Bending over backwards, bending over sideways, every down from his knees. Yeah. And he had good hand speed too. The Hawk had good hand speed too. Can't forget that. Now, Pryor's defense was suspect at times, right? He was dropped on a few occasions. Now, I think Pryor's style could be a disadvantage for him against Bud, right? Pryor had an aggressive, relentless pressure style, similar to the last matchup with Duran. But unlike Duran, Pryor's aggression was kind of reckless, right? And recklessly pressuring an accurate, high-level counterpuncher like Bud may not end well. Okay, so yeah, he was kind of reckless. That recklessness might get him in trouble early. He did get knocked down a lot in the first round. Yeah, he did. He was very reckless with his pressure. Duran had tactical pressure, man. What do they call that kind of pressure? The name for it? I can't think of it. Anyway, Bud would be real dangerous for the Hawk to simply wildly attack, as he did so many times, often and early in his fights, right? And the Hawk would come out swinging against Bud and likely get counted and dropped in the very first round. But as usual, the knockdown wouldn't have any effect on the Hawk at all, right? And this fight would hinge on whether Bud could handle Pryor's relentless pressure and constantly keep Pryor off of him with his jab and counters. Okay? Now, I have it being a highly competitive fight with both fighters having success. Pryor with his pressure and awkwardness, bullying past Crawford's jab and counters at times, right? And having his moments. But utilizing his elite skills, including superb footwork, high-level counterpunching, ring generalship, excellent defense, and accuracy, keeps the Hawk at bay enough to earn a close split decision for Bud. 12 or 15 rounds, either way, Bud gets a split. 15 rounds, 8 rounds to 7, 143, 142. Times 2 judges. Pryor gets the same score on one card. And 12 rounds, 7-5, 115, 113. Times 2. Pryor gets the same score from the third judge. Raise it then, as close as you can get a fight. 15 or 143, 142, 15, 115, 113, 12. Raise it then. But Bud holds them all. Wins a split decision. Okay, that's 2-1 for Bud. My paper. I'm keeping score. There it is. For the W for Bud against the Hawk. Okay, let's move on. We're coming to the meat of it now. I got 4 active fighters too, but I always keep them a secret till the end. I had Tank, but I didn't like the. I'm a Tank. I'm a huge Tank fan. I didn't like the outcome of Tank versus Bud, so I erased it. I scratched it out. Next is Wolf for Benitez. Okay, and this is at I don't know what. 147. Yeah, 147. Now, Wilford started at 140. He was the youngest to ever win the 140 title, 17 years old. And guess what? Some of his high school classmates were in the audience, when he won his first championship, right? So those are some big bragging rights, man. I'd rather be the world boxing champion than the high school quarterback of the football team because I'm getting paid. But nowadays, the quarterback of the high school football team probably getting paid too. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, Wilford Benitez at 147. Okay. Now, Benitez is one of the top 5 Puerto Rican boxers of all time. He's a 3-division world champion, winning his first title, the WBA 140 strap, at 17 years old. Like I just said, making him the youngest champion in boxing history. A record he still holds. That record still holds. Now, Benitez fought 3 of the legendary 4 kings, Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearns, and Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, Crawford versus Benitez at 147. Who wins? who wins this one. Now, this would be a very scientific fight with two great boxing brains trying to outsmart each other, right? I would lean towards Bud. Now let's examine the matchup. Now the fight would be a competitive chess match, but Crawford may be too well-rounded for Benitez, right? Bud's switch hitting and counterpunching could potentially overwhelm Benitez and lead to a late stoppage. Now Benitez was dropped 3 times by Bruce Perry at 147. And Curry was not a big puncher or anywhere near as skilled as Terence Crawford is. But Benitez can't be counted out, you know. He was a beautiful technician with great all-time defense and footwork. But Crawford is like a mix of Pryor, Whitaker, and Marvin Hagler, right? Benitez has the better resume simply due to the era he fought in. Now, I hear people say that Crawford fought numerous opponents in his prime that were not top-level competition. But just maybe Bud makes them look like less than top competition, right? Maybe Bud make them look less than top level. That can happen. Now, this fight will be close and competitive through the early and middle rounds, as both fighters possess the skills to compete in a high-level scientific chess match. But I think Bud is the more skilled boxer, although not by a lot. His superior skills, including elite ring generalship, ring IQ, switch hitting, counterpunching, you know, footwork, power in either hand, accuracy, and defense, enables him to win a unanimous decision over Benitez, okay? 15 rounds, 9 rounds to 6, 144, 141. 12 rounds, a little close, 7-5, 115, 113. Close at 12 because, you know, Bud pulls away in those 13, 14, 15. That's what makes it a little bit wide. He wins all of those championship rounds at 15. Championship rounds didn't start till about 13, 14, and 15 rounds, right? So, yeah, that was what makes it wider at 15. Okay, let's go to the next legend. It's fantasy matchups Monday. Bud Crawford versus the legend. Next is Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard. Are we gonna get to Floyd and all them guys? You find Arnie? Oh, you got Wilford? You find Arnie? Okay, yeah. He fell just a little short. But just had a little too much for him. But it would be a close fight. But in reality, I wouldn't be surprised if Benitez pulled it out too, you know. Yeah. That's one of them ones. They can be either way. Very close. Sugar Ray Leonard is next. Yep. And of course, 147. 147. Sugar Ray and Bud, right? Okay. Big Supreme says he got Big Supreme had Bud. Big Supreme had Bud over Benitez. Yeah. Okay. Sugar Ray Leonard at 147 now. I gotta take a drink of my water. That's the end of it. End of the water. I got some more water though. But way out there in the kitchen. And I'm way back here. But Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, Leonard is one of the 5 fighters who won titles in 5 or more weight classes. Now, I know I've done these fighters before. It might be kind of repetitive, these summaries of them, but, you know, some people wasn't in here, so, you know, it only take a minute to summarize them. You know, 5 titles, 5 weight classes, Sugar Ray. 5 titles in 5 weight classes. And Sugar Ray is one of the greatest and most popular fighters of all time. He had a storied boxing career, including an Olympic gold medal in the amateurs. And he was one of the members of the legendary 4 Kings, right? And this matchup with Bud, we may have the best fantasy fight of the day, right? Between Sugar Ray Leonard and Bud Crawford. Now, it's very hard to say who wins, right? Both are incredibly skilled, although I think Crawford is the more dangerous fighter. Well, see what I'm following on that one? Yeah. Now, although, yeah. Now, Leonard was very slick and is way more proven at the highest levels than Bud. And I lean towards Leonard on winning on points, split decision or unanimous decision. close unanimous decision. Now, Crawford simply has not fought at the level that Sugar Ray did consistent. Crawford haven't fought there consistently yet. Now, this matchup would be another tactical fight with spurts of action. Leonard constantly beats Crawford to the punch, right? And I can't think of many things that Bud does better than Sugar Ray, other than switch hitting, you know? Leonard is quicker of both hand and foot, hits just as hard, has a solid chin, and a high ring IQ. And Leonard had that killer instinct too. Just ex-Tommy Hearns in that first fight. Hearns was winning on all three cards. Leonard needed a knockout, went out there and got it. So yeah, he has that killer instinct too. And Leonard won't have any weaknesses for Crawford to exploit, right? Like again, Bud was hurt by Gamboa with speed, so Sugar Ray could possibly hurt him. And Sugar Ray was a savage finisher, one of the best. Now, Bud was also known as a finisher, but he won't get Sugar Ray in that position, right? To finish. But if you like technical scientific fights, you will love this chess match. In these fantasy matchups, fighters from different eras, it's almost automatic to pick the older guys from previous eras. Their careers have long been over, and this story has been written and is remembered in the most favorable terms possible. Now I'm picking the older guy in this matchup too, but not for those reasons. Like I mentioned earlier, the only thing Bud does better than Sugar Ray is switch hit. Sugar Ray wins by unanimous decision. 9-6, 144, 141. Paul Brown 7-5, 115, 113. Okay, now here comes a good one here. Here comes a good one. I'm keeping track. I keep losing the paper. I'm keeping score. There it is. Okay, W. We're going to tally him up at the end. Next is the Motor City Cobra. Thomas the Hitman Hearn. Okay. There's Jarrell Hattie. What's up, Jarrell? Salute. Hey, Jarrell. I had done Tank, did the whole thing, but I didn't like the result, so I scratched it out, man. Can't go against Tank, and I just didn't see no way he'd beaten Bud, man. Too much size differential. Tank has the skills, but just too much size differential. Bud had like an 8-inch reach and 3 inches in height, man. And a skilled puncher like Bud is going to know how to use those advantages to the maximum. But now Thomas Hearns at 147. At 147, the Hitman. Appreciate everybody rocking with me today. I didn't see Melanin Queen. Salute Melanin Queen. Okay. Yeah, 147. Now, Hearns had a 29-year career, man, competing from 1977 to 2006. And he's another one of the 5 boxers that won titles in at least 5 weight classes. Welterweight, junior middleweight, middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. In fact, Hearns was the first one to do it, right? And Hearns was the greatest, he was a great trainer, Emanuel Stewart's prize pupil, and the biggest name to come from the legendary Kronk Gym. And he was also a member of the legendary 4 Kings of boxing. And the Hitman was known for his fluid style, lightning speed, and devastating punching power. Okay, let's talk about Crawford versus Hearns at 147. Okay, this is a big one here. 147. I had broke this all the way down, but it was a bit much. You know. Yeah, I had did all the categories. Tail of the tape, but I said, nah. Okay. I don't know how it's past 3 o'clock, man. Time is crazy. We're gonna get it in though. Hopefully get some link time. Thomas Hearns. Damn, I got like 10 more to go, but I'm gonna get it. Yeah. And don't forget the raffle too. Half and half, 50-50. Whatever the JBT takes in, the winner gets half December 21st. $5 gets you 1 chance. 20 gets you 5. Now, styles make fights, right? And a good big man beats a good little man, right? some of the sayings from boxing. I believe those two. Now, Hearns' style is all wrong for Bud. And Hearns is at least as talented as Bud, hits harder, and is much bigger. Let's look at both fighters at 147, okay? Crawford was a clever boxer, puncher, who specialized in timing his opponents and breaking them down with a vicious, accurate jab and pinpoint counterpunching. He is patient, disciplined, and skilled. Tommy Hearns had one of the best jabs ever in the welterweight division, and a right hand which was legendarily lethal. The hitman controlled the fight with his jab. He waited and dropped the hammer with his long right hand when he was ready. Okay? The hitman. Now, this would be a battle of style, and whichever man imposed his will on the other would win this fight. You know? Crawford would fight cautiously, trying to time Tommy Hearns and wait for an opening. Hearns would try to disrupt Crawford with a very educated jab and then drop the Hearns hammer on him, that long, deadly right hand. Now, Sugar Ray Leonard could avoid Hearns' right and get inside Hearns' reach, but Leonard was far faster than Crawford. Now, I think Hearns would stand off, control the fight from long distance with his jab, and drop that big right hand on Crawford at some point in the fight. Now, Crawford tried to get inside Hearns. Hearns would consistently clip him on the way in. Hearns by stoppage, 10 to 15 rounds, or unanimous decision. But I got stoppage. Hearns gonna catch him with that right hand. But ain't never been stopped, but these are some of the greatest fighters of all time here. Thomas Hearns by stoppage. What y'all think about that one? The hitman stops him. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on to the next one so we can get some link time at the end. Okay, after Tommy Hearns comes JCC. Yeah, Bud Crawford versus JCC, Julio Cesar Chavez. Fantasy matchups Monday, y'all. This is at 135. Bud and JCC at 135, okay? Now, Chavez may be the most famous Mexican boxer ever. He had that style, which leads to fan-friendly action fights, okay? Now, Chavez broke down opponents over his fights with thudding blows and relentless pressure, right? His story is a classic one that has been told and retold countless times. But Chavez stands out as the ultimate Mexican warrior and legendary body attack. Legendary body attack, man. But guess what? This matchup might be the easiest one of the day to pick. I just think of Chavez against Meldrick Taylor, Frankie Randall, and Pryor Whitaker. All highly skilled boxers with fast hands and feet. All arguably beat Chavez. Randall actually was given the win, while Whitaker and Taylor had a controversial draw and loss against Chavez, respectively. Whatever, you know. Whitaker had the controversial loss. No, Whitaker had the controversial draw. Taylor had the controversial loss. They stopped Taylor's fight at 2 seconds left with him winning on all 3 cards. That was just crazy. I know Al Booker, protect yourself at all times. Okay, me and AB go back and forth with that one every time I bring it up. Well, I'm gonna drop it. But yeah, I think of those 3 and the trouble they gave Chavez. That's what makes it easy for me to pick Bud in this one. But anyway, let's talk about it a little bit more. Bud has the same tools those 3 used to give Chavez major problems. Now, favor a late championship round stoppage. Crawford would give Chavez problems because he's a well-rounded fighter who can box effectively without conceding ground. And Chavez struggled against fighters he couldn't force to go on the back foot, right? Remember? Mm-hmm. He couldn't get you on that back foot going back with Chavez struggled. Now, Chavez would have his moments in the fight with his relentless pressure and high-level body attack. But Bud would make the necessary adjustments and at times in the fight, give Chavez a boxing lesson. Crawford is more skilled and talented than Chavez. And going into round 12 would be leading on all the judges' scorecards, exactly like Melvin Taylor was. The difference is Bud would finish it. Okay? Crawford by unanimous decision. I said potential stoppage late, but not unanimous decision. 8-4. We're in the 12 round era now. The rest of them is the 12 round era. 8-4, 116. 8 rounds to 4, 116, 112. Now here comes a good one here, man. This might be the toughest one of the day to pick here. Terence Bud Crawford versus Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. Oh man, I've been keeping track of the score. Yeah, why didn't y'all tell me I missed the last two? Oh, he lost to Hearns, right? Yeah, that's the only ones I missed, Hearns and Sharp. Oh, I got it. He lost to Hearns, but I got a W on there. Did he beat Sugar Ray? I can't even remember, man. He beat Chavez. I can't remember. Let me look real quick. Ain't gonna be but a second. I can't remember whether he beat Sugar Ray or not. I done messed the score all up. I'm like some of them judges they got in boxing, messing stuff up. Oh, Sugar Ray won. Sugar Ray beat Bud. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like some of these judges in boxing. Messing the scores all up. Okay. Pernell Whitaker versus Bud. Here's Sweet Pea. Haven't seen Melanin Queen today. If she's busy at work. Okay. Yeah, this is at 140. Now I did Bud and Sweet Pea when Sweet Pea was the fighting. It was at 135, I think. This was at 140. Okay. Same result though. I can't give y'all the same two fighters and come up with a different result. But there's some integrity with it. Now Whitaker had a 17-year career competing from 1984 to 2001, right? He was a former welterweight world champion, having won titles at lightweight, junior welterweight, and junior middleweight, 4 divisions. Now, as an amateur, Whitaker won a gold medal at the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, California. He is considered one of the greatest defensive boxers in the history of boxing. Now, this fight here is one of the better matchups of the day, right? This is one of the better ones of the day. Bud versus Sweet Pea at 140. Okay, let's talk about it. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Yeah, Big Supreme said Bud stops JCC. Yeah, I consider that, Big Supreme. Yeah, possibly. I had a possibility of that too. Yeah. But that was about the easiest one of the day to pick. Big Supreme was that one. Yeah, because he had trouble with boxers and he couldn't get you on the back foot. He had major trouble with you. You know. Yeah. Okay, our Booker got Sweet Pea on points. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens. Now, Prime versus Prime, Crawford versus Whitaker. I lean towards Crawford in this fight. Bud is more precise than Whitaker when punching. And Bud manages distance better. Okay? Now, Whitaker has better reflexes than Crawford. And Sweet Pea's defense was incredible, including his high-level upper body movement. But an accurate puncher with great timing like Bud would catch Whitaker, you know, at the end of his jab consistently throughout the fight. Now, of course, Sweet Pea can make adjustments, but Bud can also. I got Bud by close decision on this one. Very close. 12 rounds, 7 rounds to 5, 115, 113. Okay? Our Booker had Sweet Pea. Okay, I told you. I can be wrong once or twice a year. That's one. Okay. Let's continue. Damn, I keep forgetting to keep the score, man. This is the first one. Yeah, I've been keeping it. JCC, he won that one. Sweet Pea, I got him winning that one. AB had Sweet Pea winning. Okay, yeah, we getting to the end. We're gonna get a little late time. Yeah, because it's good time. We only got next is Oscar. Oscar is number 9, so we got 6 more. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we're gonna get him in. At 147. He fights Oscar at 147, okay? A little bit about Oscar. Now, Oscar competed from 1992 to 2008, 16-year career. Oscar's accolades include winning 11 world titles in 6 weight classes, including Oscar was the first one to get 6 weight classes. He did it before Manny got his 8. He had, including lineal championships in 3 of them, right? 3 weight classes. His nickname, the Golden Boy, was given to him by the media when he represented the United States at the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona, Spain, where he won the gold medal in the lightweight division. After he turned professional, Oscar was awarded the Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year in 1995, and it was his top-rated fighter in the world pound for pound in 1997 and 1998, right? And Oscar generated approximately $700 million in pay-per-view income, making him the top pay-per-view earner before being surpassed by Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Tank got almost 200 million already, man. Yeah, I figured that out when I was doing his matchup. Yeah, 200 million in revenue. So he's gonna be up there. Now, Oscar retired in 2009 following a professional career that spanned 16 years. And let's talk about Bud versus the Golden Boy at 147, right? I have Bud winning this one on points. With Bud winning this matchup, right? Al Booker got Bud 2 over Oscar by points or stoppage either way. Okay, I got Bud. Let's talk about it. Now, Oscar was a great fighter, fundamentally sound, very tough, and really quick. Remember, Oscar had them quick hands, man. Now, Bud beat everyone he fought at 147, and he would have outboxed Oscar and added him to his victims list of victories in the division also. Now, Bud just had more than Oscar in the toolbox with all the elite skills he possessed. It would be competitive through the early and middle rounds, but Oscar always dealt with stamina issues. Bud would consistently be going to the body, and the late rounds would bring the beginning of the end for Oscar. He would slow down dramatically. I got Bud by unanimous decision, wide unanimous decision. 9 rounds to 3, 117, 111. All 12-round fights now. Okay? Yeah. Bud 9-3 over Oscar. Okay? We winding it down. I'm bringing the plane in for a landing. We're not at the airport yet, but we can see it. It's in the distance. We're getting close. And Bud won that one. Okay? Next. We're coming up to our active fighters after this one, I believe. No, we got 2 more former, then we got 4 active. Let me shift down some. Next is the Pac-Man. The Pac-Man is next, y'all. You find Arnie say Bud gets Oscar as good as Oscar was. Bud will figure it out. Okay. You find Arnie one. Jarrell says Oscar by stoppage. Jarrell had Oscar by stoppage. Woo. All right. Okay. Manny Pacquiao at 147. Now, both of these came from weight. I could have, but Manny at 147. I think Bud was 135. Manny was there too, but 147. Now, Pac-Man is widely regarded as one of the greatest professional boxers of all time. He's the only 8-division world champion in boxing history. We almost had one Saturday if Amanda could have won that fight. I believe she would have had 8. Now, Manny participated in 25 pay-per-view fights during his career, which generated a total of $1.2 billion. Yeah, I said that right. $1.2 billion in revenue. Fighting out of the southpaw stance, Manny was known for his exceptional hand speed and footwork, allowing him to move in and out of range quickly and deliver rapid combinations. Now, Bud versus Pac-Man at 147. Who wins? Manny always had his hardest time with slick boxers. Bud has a great style to get the better of Pacquiao, but you just can't write off Pryor Manny. Just can't write him off. It would be a very interesting scrap. Probably the most fan-friendly fight of today's matchups, because both of these fighters always went all out and didn't pull any punches, left it all in the ring, right? It could be a bad style matchup for Manny. Could be a bad style matchup for Manny. The way he liked to be aggressive with that style he had of jumping in. He's going to be met by hard jabs, check hooks, and accurate counters throughout the night. And between the 7th and 10th rounds, Bud lands something big and stops Manny. It will be a good competitive. It will be good competitive action for as long as it lasts. Crawford wins by 9th round stoppage. Yeah, Crawford got him by stoppage. Now here we go, Big Supreme. We coming to your one you mentioned at the opening, Big Supreme. The one Big Supreme mentioned at the opening. I think he had Floyd winning. The one you mentioned at the opening, Big Supreme. I think Big Supreme had Floyd, right? Terence Bud Crawford versus Bud Pretty Boy / Money Mayweather. Bud Pretty Boy / Money Mayweather. Okay, here we go. Just got a few more. Then we get the 4 active fighters after this one. We're going to get some leg time. Oh, you think that's a trilogy Booker with Manny? Okay. All right. Joe had to say Floyd by old school whooping. Okay, let's see. 147. Now, a little bit about Floyd real quick. Now, Floyd competed for 21 years professionally between 1996 and 2017. He retired undefeated at 50-0 and won 15 major world championships in 5 different weight divisions, from super featherweight to junior middleweight. He defeated 23 world champions during his career. And as an amateur, he won a bronze medal in the featherweight division at the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia. That was terrible the way they cheated Floyd. Highlighting a decorated amateur career. You know, the referee, the ring announcer said, and the winner, the referee had Floyd's head on the way up. Who would know better who won than the referee, but the ring announcer said the other guy's name. He had to put Floyd's hand back down and raise the other guy's name. Crazy. Right here in the United States. They hard on American fighters in the international competitions, even if the international competition is in our country, in the United States. Go figure. But Mayweather was one of the most lucrative pay-per-view attractions of all time in any sport. Okay, let's look at Crawford versus Mayweather at 147, okay? Now, this would definitely be one of the best and highest level chess matches in boxing history. I have never picked anybody to beat Floyd. And I had this matchup 55-45 in Floyd's favor, you know. And at the same time, I'm not mad at anyone who would pick Bud, because like I've been saying, Bud is an incredible fighter, right? So yeah, don't count him out. Now I can't see either of them getting a knockout in this matchup because both of them display high-level defense. Really, both display elite skills across the board, you know, speed, hand and foot, ring generalship, ring IQ, counter punching, accuracy, and both had excellent gas tanks, right? Now, for me, Floyd gets the nod due to his experience, although not by much. And also, like Floyd said, he knows what it takes. Floyd by majority decision. One judge had it a draw, 6-6, 114-114. The other two had it 115-113 for Floyd. Close. Real had Floyd beating the brakes off of him. Okay, let's look at our active fighters now. We got 4 active fighters. Okay. Yeah, okay. Define only got, I told you great minds think alike. Oh, no, I said Floyd. Define only got Bud by a split decision. That don't mean you don't have a great mind, Define. The great minds disagree sometimes, too. And Jarrell said, where is Bud's high-level defense? You ever seen Bud fight, Jarrell? You don't think Bud got high-level defense? Damn. Don't make me drop you to casual level, Jarrell. You don't think Bud Crawford got high-level defense? Damn. You couldn't have seen him fight. No way. Anybody else think Bud don't have high-level defense? Well, I do. I think he does. Yeah. That elite counterpunching is part of defense, Jarrell. You didn't know that? Counterpunching is part of defense. One of the best counterpunchers in boxing history, man. Come on, Jarrell. You got to be better, my young friend. You know, got to be better than that, man. But am I the only one that thinks Bud got high-level defense? Jarrell asked where it's at. Just because he got clipped don't mean his defense ain't high-level, Jarrell. It's boxing. Does Floyd have high-level defense? I saw Floyd get clipped by Shane Mosley, one of the best defensive fighters in the game. Willie Pep, one of the best, might be the best defensive fighter, got stopped 3 times by Sandy Saddler. Just because a man get clipped does not mean they have high-level defense. But let me move on. Okay, Canelo Alvarez is next. Canelo Alvarez. Jarrell, that boxtorian title wasn't given to me. I earned that, bro. I earned that, young brother. It wasn't given to me, okay? Pay attention. Canelo Alvarez. At 154. Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is the current face of boxing. Love him or hate him. When you're challenged, when you're talking about big names in the sport, especially in the current era, Canelo has to be one of the first names that comes up. He is in his 19th year of competing professionally. He's a veteran of 66 fights, winning 62 with just 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 wins by way of knockout. Now, Canelo is definitely on track for a first ballot Hall of Fame career. He's the former undisputed world champion at super middleweight and is the first boxer to accomplish that feat in the 4-belt era in that division. He is currently unified champion in the division, holding the WBA, WBC, and WBO titles. He does still hold 3, right? Now, Bud versus Canelo at 154. Now, this hypothetical, oh, wait a minute. I didn't put the last one down. Floyd won, right? Floyd won. Yeah, Canelo is the first of 3 active fighters that's in the matchups today. Okay. This hypothetical matchup favors Canelo due primarily to the significant weight difference between the 2 fighters. That don't mean he's going to win it. Favors him. Melanin Queen 27 in the building. What's up, Melanin Queen? Oh, heck, I didn't see you before. I think Melanin Queen just came in. Salute, Melanin Queen. How are you today? How was the weekend? We're back at the beginning of another big week of boxing history on Cat Sports, the Boxtorian. Okay, Canelo. Now, Canelo, yeah. I lost my place. This hypothetical matchup favors Canelo due primarily to the significant weight differential between the 2, but that would depend on what the fight was for, that 2 weight. But others believe Crawford's superior boxing skills could potentially overcome the size advantage. This fight would have to take place at 154 or catch weight thereabouts. And neither fighter would be at their best around that weight. But Crawford would be good enough to make it similar to Floyd versus Canelo. What was that, like 152 or something? And Canelo is not good against boxers. He gets frustrated and resorts to bully tactics. But Crawford wouldn't be intimidated, and he's strong enough to hold his own at 154. Nobody is stopping Canelo, so I give it to Bud by unanimous decision. Any weight past 154, Canelo destroys him. Any weight past 154, Canelo destroys him, okay? Any weight past 154, Canelo destroys him, okay? Any weight past 154, Canelo destroys him. Okay, That's just what it is, man. Okay, next is Vasily Lomachenko, second of the active fighters. Vasily Lomachenko. There he is. Loma. This fight is at 135. Okay, Loma and Bud is at 135. Yeah, that's what I say, Big Supreme. Any fight past 154, Canelo destroys him. Any of them. 162, I think 160, he was stopping at 162, Big Supreme. Middleweight 160, yeah. Now, yeah, I would give Bud a decision at 154. Because Canelo would be drained, you know. And but anything past 154, Canelo destroys him. Now Lomachenko at 135. Lomachenko is another of the currently active fighters in today's matchups. His current record is 18 wins, 3 losses, with 12 wins by knockout. Now Loma had a decorated amateur career, including 300 wins and 2 Olympic gold medals. Now Prime Crawford would be too big and powerful for Prime Lomachenko. Lomachenko's ideal weight was probably 126, but I guess the bigger name fight was at 135. Loma probably would be undefeated at 126. You know, he was a problem at 126, but he's always this baller guy at 135. But he's beat a lot of them now. Loma did beat a lot of bigger fighters, but not big and good like Bud. And Bud wins purely on size and length. Now, it would take a major skill gap for Loma to beat someone Bud's size. But Loma does hang around deep into the fight, right? Due to his boxing IQ and smart footwork. But Bud eventually wears him down and stops him around the 9th or 10th round. Yeah. Loma's boxing IQ and that footwork, smart footwork. It's called Loma's footwork, smart footwork. Keeps him in the fight till about the 9th round. But then Bud gets him out of there. Okay? This is one we want to see. And promoter Cass Sports, the boxtorian / promoter, is bringing it to you today. Terence Crawford versus Duran Boots Ennis. Cass Sports, the boxtorian / promoter, is bringing it to you today. Okay? At 147, of course, 147. Now, we might really get this at 154 in the future. We might really get it. What's up, BN Boxing News? Jarrell says, Bud by Bam Bam, Bedrock, Sleepage, yeah. BN Boxing News, salute. What's up? Boots and Bud is 50-50? Is that the one you're talking about, Jarrell? What's up, BN Boxing News? This fantasy matchup's Monday, BN. Bud Crawford on the hot seat today. We're going to sum up how he did at the end. We got 15 of them. I keep forgetting to keep track. Canelo, Bud won that one. Oh, I'm up to date. It's Loma. I'm still on Loma, right? No, he beat Loma. I'm on Boots. Yeah, just one more after this. We're going to get a little link time. It's 3:35, but I'll probably be finished. We're going to get like 15 minutes of link time. I'll probably be finished in about 5 more minutes. We're going to get about 20 minutes of link time. Okay? Okay. Now, let me see. Then we're going to take it to 4 o'clock and just do boxing. Going to come in and take over these JBT airwaves with some fire boxing talk. I had dropped my pen. I had to get up. Okay, Boots. I wish I had some water right here. It's way out there. Okay. 147 for Bud and Boots, right? Now, Boots is the current IBF World Welterweight Champion, a title he's held since 2023. As an amateur, Boots won a silver medal at the U.S. National Championships in 2014. Then he followed that performance up by winning a gold medal the very next year, 2015. And he currently has competed in 34 professional fights, and he's won 33 of them. With no losses, no contest. Won 29 fights by knockout. That's an 88% knockout rate. Excellent knockout rate. Now, Boots is considered by many to be one of the next stars of the sport. Now, Bud versus Boots at 147. Or should I call it Bud versus Bud Jr.? Because these two fighters are similar. You know, both are switch hitters. Both great counter punches. Both are accurate punches. High boxing IQ, Both have elite footwork, elite chins, and defense, Jarrell. Jarrell don't think so with Bud. Okay. Okay, salute, Jarrell. Jarrell Hattie. Consistent, big-time Cash Sports supporter. Appreciate you 1,000%, Jarrell. Okay, now, Bud's in Boots. Now, it's almost like Boots is a bigger, younger, less experienced version of Bud. Now, I favor Bud right now because we haven't seen Boots against an elite opponent yet. But still, that doesn't mean Boots can't win against an elite opponent. We just haven't seen him against him. That doesn't mean he can't win against elite opposition. We just haven't seen him against him yet, right? So don't think I'm saying he can't beat elite opposition. We just haven't seen it. Yeah, very competitive, Big Supreme. I agree with that 100%. Now, Boots definitely has the tools in his toolbox to be competitive against elite opposition, potentially beat him. We just haven't seen it yet. That's all I'm saying. Now, I believe in Boots, right? But I don't think he beats Crawford yet, right? He could pull off the upset, but I wouldn't bet on it. At the same time, Bud wouldn't go in there and blow him away easy. Now, it would be Boots would give him a tough test right now. But I would say Bud wins by competitive UD, 8 rounds to 4, 116, 112. The type of fight where the rounds would be competitive. But those 8, that's a little wide, but those 8 would be competitive at the same time, clearly won by Bud. You know what I'm saying? Competitive, but clearly Bud. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Very highly competitive, but Bud clearly wins them, though. Okay. Let me move on, because I'm confusing myself. If I may, okay. This is the last one. Okay, then we're going to get the link time. Damn. Come on, I got the paper upside. Slow down, Cass. I got the paper upside down. Okay, the last one is this guy here. Has developed a lot of hate lately. Oh, I had another picture of Bud and Boots, too. There we go. Bud, Boots. Boots, Bud. I was supposed to put that up when I turned the page. I forgot. This guy here, man, is the last one. Terence Crawford versus Teofimo Stevenson at 140. At 140. Mike Mazzy said Bud has very good 100% defense. Thank you, Mike Mazzy. And that's a big time, highly knowledgeable boxing supporter there, Mike Mazzy. He agrees with me. He said Bud's had very good 100% defense. Okay, that makes me feel good. Mike Mazzy agrees with me. Appreciate that super chat Friday too, Mike. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you doing the show, but I didn't even hear the thing. The phone's supposed to go off and give me an indication. I didn't even pay attention to it. But appreciate you, Mike Mazzy, 1,000%. Okay, Teofimo Stevenson. Let's talk about that one. At 140. This fight is at 140, okay? Between Bud and Teofimo. Then the link. This is the last one. Yeah, we're going to get 15 minutes of link time today. Now Teofimo has held multiple world championships in 2 weight classes, lightweight and junior welterweight, right? And he's never been no damn undisputed BBO. I had to block BBO off the channel one time. I didn't know he was a troller then. Can somebody really believe that shit he talking? But he's BBO likes to troll. I didn't know that. He was trolling me. But now I know. If I knew that, I wouldn't have kicked him off the panel. Mike Mazzy told me don't kick him off. Mike said he's just talking, but I got mad, Mike. And Teo is currently the WBO Junior and Ring Magazine Junior Welterweight World Champion, holding that title since 2023. Now, during his professional career, Teofimo has competed in 22 total fights, compiling a record of 21 wins, 1 loss, and 13 knockouts. Now, Teofimo has a European boxing style that's characterized by its counterpunching, footwork, and explosive shots. Now, let's discuss Bud versus Teo at 140. Now, remember, 140 was one of the 2 divisions that Bud cleaned out, went all 4 belts in the 4-belt era. Cleaned out in the 4-belt era, remember? So Bud had to be a tough out at 140. Now, Teo was impressive in taking the title from Josh Taylor. But Bud is on a different level from Josh Taylor. Now, will T.O. turn it up again against a top name like he usually does? Now, T.O. is faster than Bud, and has better reflexes. But Bud does have more tools in the toolbox, and Bud has more angles, too. T.O.'s speed and reflexes won't be enough. Bud and T.O. are the same height, but Bud would have a 6-inch reach advantage, and that will be significant to an excellent and experienced boxer and counterpuncher like Bud. You know, some people say reach advantage is overrated, but it depends on who has the reach advantage. And you give an excellent counterpuncher, experienced boxer like Bud 6 inches, he's gonna utilize that to the maximum. Trust me. Now, T.O. is only about 25 or 26 years old, but it seems like he's regressing fast, man, don't it? And he's not even close to 30 yet. Looks like he's going backwards, though, in the style and the skill. Now, even if he steps up his game against Bud like he usually does against higher-level opponents, Bud still stops him between the 7th and 10th rounds. Bud by stoppage over Teofimo. Now, let's get this link in. Okay? We had 15. Real quick, Bub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bud went 11-4. Won 11, lost 4. Lost to Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, and Floyd Mayweather. Okay? We got 15 minutes to chop the link up, and y'all can come. Tell me how good you like to. Tell me I don't know shit about boxing. Here comes the link, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep Cast Sports going, man. Yeah, BN, that's it up there. $, CAS 2878. CAS capital letters 2878. Yeah. Okay. We appreciate you being Boxing News. Now, if it don't work, I got another one now. I'll give you my wife, so I ain't gonna let you get away from it that easy. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in. Yeah, Mike just sent me one Friday. Okay, the link. BN Boxing News got me excited. He asked me to do my Cash App work. But yeah, BN Boxing News, Pryor JBT channel. Okay. We're going to get 15 minutes to talk about these fights. I didn't see Thomas Hill today. He had a friend or somebody in the hospital. I hope they're okay. Anybody seen Thomas Hill in the JBT streets today? I haven't seen it. I didn't see. He's not in here. Has anybody seen Thomas Hill in the JBT streets today? Let me know. Come on, Cass. See, I'm Russian. All you do when you rush is mess up. Because you're rushing and never get it in. Take your time and get it in. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Cass Sports. As long as you've been doing this. You got people waiting on you. Come on, man. Okay, copy it. Okay, what do you have to paste it? Pin it or whatever. I don't know. Gee, Merry Christmas, man. Man. Okay, man. I wish my 8-year-old granddaughter was over here so she could put this link in for me. My 3-year-old granddaughter almost caught up with me on technology. Yeah. 3 years old and know more than her grandfather about technology. You sit your phone down, she start tapping on buttons and stuff, man. Like she almost look like she know what she doing. These kids come out technological ready nowadays. As soon as they hit the world, they ready. Damn. 3 years old calling somebody. Is that crazy or what? Okay. Let me make sure everything's on the up and up. As I get it in, I'll see what's wrong. Check that out, y'all. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay. Now what was that? Oh, Bud went 11-4. 11 wins and 4 losses. Next week is going to be either Joe Frazier or Deontay Wilder. Deontay will lose a lot. I ain't gonna do him because all he had was that one hit quitter. So I'm not gonna do Deontay. All you got to do is stay away from that right hand, and you beat him. But a lot of people didn't do it because he had like 40-something straight or something. So I don't know. I might do Deontay. It's gonna be. I was supposed to do Joe Frazier this week. That's when the idea of Bud came up. I can't do Tank Jarrell because I can't be unbiased, man. I can't be unbiased. I would have Tank winning all of them. So I can't do Tank, man. I'm going to be honest. Because I can't be unbiased. I'm going to be biased toward him. So I can't do it. I was going to do him next week, but I know I just can't do it right, man. So, at least I'm honest. I know I'm going to be biased. Like I told you, I have Tank versus King Kong and Godzilla. Same night. First round knockouts, both of them. So I can't do Tank on these fantasy matchups because I cannot be unbiased. I already know. Okay? Okay, BN Boxing News. Oh yeah, okay. Appreciate you. BN Boxing News. My phone don't give me no notification, but it says one. Appreciate you, BN Boxing News. Yeah, it came through. Appreciate you. They're supposed to give me a ring or something. This phone don't even say nothing, man. When I get one, well, I'll be thanking people the next day. You know what I mean? But I got it, BN. I appreciate you 1,000%, bro. Okay, what's up, Jarrell? I didn't add him. There you go. What's happening, Jarrell?
What's happening?
How you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
What's up?
I do? Oh, hold on.
I think so. Okay. Look like it left. No, it didn't.
That's better?
Testing. Yeah. You're good now. Loud and clear. No, other than Bud, terrible defense, what do you think about the matchup today?
I don't think Bud got terrible defense, but I don't compare him.
With you, man. Yeah.
I don't compare him to the best defensive boxers of all time.
No, not Sweet Pea and Bud and Willie Pep. I wouldn't put him that high neither. No, you're correct on that.
I don't even see it. I think Shakur got better defense than Bud.
Yeah, I would say so. Mm-hmm.
And only reason is because Bud is more of a game fighter.
Right, exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
Try to exchange.
Yeah.
It seemed
took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. Because Shakur concentrates on defense. Bud in there taking chances and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a good point, Jarrell.
I can't believe you got Tio versus Bud and not Tank versus Bud, though.
I did Tank, man, but I can't be unbiased.
How, though?
I would pick Tank every time. I won't look at it objectively, I'm going to be looking at everything in Tank's favor. I hate Tank. I did it.
Yeah.
But, at least I'm honest. I'm going to be biased.
I think Bud is a top-level elite, but I just don't. I don't know. It's something about
which matchup you think, which ones you think that he would have lost to? Let's see, who was it?
I think all the ones you said, I got him losing to Chavez, though, by stopping.
Chavez? You think Chavez would get him?
Yeah, and
But,
Oscar.
you know, when he fought them elite boxers, though, Chavez always had trouble. You know. Now Oscar,
I think
I would give Oscar a good shot. Yeah, De La Hoya.
yeah, they
Oscar
bigger
was just
than Duran,
a warrior, man.
and they just as sturdy. Like they just as sturdy as Duran. They bigger than him, so I don't see how Duran to beat. But not Chavez and Oscar though.
Duran would beat Oscar and Chavez too.
I
Duran
don't
was
get.
Duran
I don't
almost
know
beat
about
Hagler, man.
Chavez.
Duran almost beat Hagler. He was
Yeah,
leading.
but he
Hagler
got
needed both of the last 2 rounds, or he would have lost. Mm-hmm.
but he got destroyed by Hitman though.
Yeah, Styles, man.
That was
Styles make
devastating.
fights.
That was devastating.
Styles make fights.
Yeah.
Oscar and Chavez would have got destroyed by Hitman too. Hitman had that reach, man.
I don't know.
He was good at range. He was good at range.
Chavez different.
He couldn't get past that jab and that right hand though.
I ain't never seen. Did he ever get stopped before?
Who?
Chavez.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think so though. He got that type of like Canelo. Like ain't nobody stopping no Chavez. And
I don't
then
know
he
about
dangerous.
that.
He dangerous.
He wasn't undefeated though. I know that much. He was not undefeated.
He got the longest.
Somebody beat him.
Undefeated streak though.
He got a lot of gifts doing that. That man didn't win no 80-something fights straight. Look at his fights and tell me he won 80. They said he did, but he really didn't. He got a lot of gifts, man. A lot of gifts. He'd never beat Whitaker.
Chavez on his prime on a good night. I don't know. Ain't nobody messing with him.
Sweet Pea beat him.
Yeah, Sweet Pea different though. His defense, he up there with the top defense.
Oscar beat him.
He do a lot of things.
Manny beat him.
Take a flexible gymnast.
Frankie Randall beat him. Do I need to go on?
You said Manny Pacquiao?
Yes.
He supposed to beat him at that
Manny.
time.
I mean Oscar.
Oscar was supposed to beat him.
Why? You just talking about how bad the man is. Now you saying he's supposed to get beat. Come on, man.
No, I'm saying Oscar was supposed to beat Chavez.
You just bragging on the man. Now you're saying he's supposed to be beat. What are we doing, man?
These fantasy matchups, we was the prime versus prime.
You was just bragging on how unbeatable the man was. Now you're saying he's supposed to be beat.
I ain't saying he unbeatable. I said he a stop Bud probably.
You said on a good night, Chavez was unbeatable. You didn't say unbeatable, but you used another word for it, man.
I ain't say unbeatable. I just saying Bud versus Chavez, you give him too much credit for his defense overrated. That's all I'm saying.
Whose defense?
But his defense overrated.
Not really, because he don't get a lot of credit for defense.
Nah, every time you match him up with somebody and you like he got the same skills as Floyd Mayweather, like, yeah, right. No, he don't.
I never said that. I never said he had the same defense as Floyd Mayweather.
Like,
I said high level
do
defense.
what Floyd did. Like, no, he not. He not Floyd.
I
Floyd
never
is
said
a
that.
different size, so he ain't gonna be able to duck like Pernell Whitaker. Floyd could duck like Pernell. He could do things in different body sizes can't do. Then his footwork is way different than Bud.
Last time I checked, Bud's 41-0. Last time I checked, he's 41-0. Do I need to check again? Did somebody beat him? Yeah.
That's because he ain't fight Tank yet.
Right.
He ain't fight Tank yet. He ain't fight nobody. Look,
what weight would they fight at? What weight would Bud and Tank fight at?
145. I don't know. It's not up to me. I was saying 145 though.
What kind of power is Tank gonna have? Ain't no guarantee Tank gonna carry that weight up. No. All them pounds.
He gonna lose power?
Maybe. It's been said.
I think he gonna lose power if he go up.
And what about that reach advantage? What about the reach advantage Bud got? Like an 8-inch reach advantage.
We already seen Tank fight somebody with a longer reach than Bud.
Please don't say Barrios. Please don't say Barrios. You comparing Barrios to Terence Crawford now. Is that what we doing?
No, I'm
comparing Barrios to Terence Crawford. Is that what we doing?
I'm saying with reach though.
But I'm saying, you said he beat somebody else think it's Terence Crawford. Who else you talking about? Butt burials.
Only chance Bud got a win in that fight is fighting like Shakur fought when he was just jabbing the whole fight.
You're real. You starting to sound casual, man. You starting to sound just like a casual.
Yeah, right.
The only way Bud beat Tank. Come on, man.
How else
the man is way bigger. The man got like an 8-inch reach advantage, like 4 inches in height. How in the world is Tank gonna get inside?
Who has Bud?
The man is one of the best counter punchers in the history of sports.
Who has Bud fought
you're making me go against Tank.
Level? Who has Bud
fought? Who has Tank fought at Bud skill level?
I didn't ask that question. You asking a question to my question. I said, who has Bud fought on that skill level? You talk about best counter punches of all time. Like, where? Mm-hmm. Where, though?
Have you ever seen Bud fight?
Yeah,
you just talking off the top of your head, man.
People who supposed to get counter punched. They supposed to
You sound like a casual, man.
I ain't seen nobody that move around. Like,
how's somebody supposed to get counter punched?
I ain't never seen nobody Bud fight nobody with the high skill level of Karen that Boots just fought.
So what is Earl Spence skill level?
He got skills, but he don't. That's not his fighting style. He fight
You ever
more
think about this, Jarrell? You ever think about Bud makes people look B level? Could that be it? What about Kell Brook, Sean Porter?
Kell Brook
would have C level fighters.
Sean Porter did good in that fight. It was an early.
They was all both world champions. We're talking about former world champions.
You look at now, Kell Brook is one that got that type of skill.
You a casual, Jarrell. I thought you was a hardcore.
You ain't even want to listen.
I thought you was a hardcore, man. You saying things against facts, man. Now you're gonna sit there and tell me Bud don't have good defense. He's not a good counterpuncher. Those things have been proven in the ring, man.
I didn't say he wasn't a good counterpuncher.
You just said he wasn't. You said he was overrated.
I said his defense is overrated. I ain't say he wasn't
right
a good counterpuncher.
That's wrong right there.
What, that defense is overrated? It is to me.
How many times he been knocked out? How many times he been knocked out? Huh?
He ain't been knocked out. That's good.
Oh, thank you. Does defense have something to do with that? Huh?
I think he got elite level defense. I'm saying that it's overrated, though.
Come on, man.
You compare it to Floyd. You talk about Bud going to fight Canelo.
You just said his defense was overrated. Now he got elite level.
Like, no, he not.
You just said his defense was overrated. Now he got elite level defense.
That's what I'm saying. I can still say it's overrated.
He can't be overrated and have elite level. It can't be both, Jarrell.
It's gotta be one of them. To Floyd defense with Floyd for Canelo.
No. The man
like,
can't
defense. Do the same thing. Like, no, he's not, man.
His defense can't be overrated and elite level. It's got to be one or the other. You said both. You said it was overrated and elite level.
Yeah, I did. It can be both. You gotta be able to understand. So you compare his defense to people who above elite level defense. That's why it's overrated. What? You compare his elite level defense to people who defense is above elite level. That's how it's overrated.
So he got elite level defense, but it's overrated.
Right, because you compared it to Sweet Pea and Floyd. Yeah. Like, no, it's not the same.
Yeah, but I holler at you tomorrow, man. It's 4:00, okay?
All right, peace and blessings.
But I appreciate you. You. Have a good one, though. Everything all good. Appreciate you 1,000. Good cook. But I got to get out of here for Just Do. That was Jarrell Hattie. Yeah, a lot of people think they're hardcore. They're really casuals, though. I'm going to get off at that note. Okay. Just let them talk. Okay, time for Just Do Boxing. Can a man have elite level? Can elite level defense be overrated? That's the question for the day. Okay, BN Boxing News. Melanin Queen 27, Jarrell Hattie, Bruce Gadd's Boxing, Jazz, and more. Big Supreme, Define Arnie, Al Booger, Mike Grimm, Just Do Boxing, Tim Layton, #JBT, Mike Mazzick, Crush the Legend, #TWT, Miss Cass, #JBT. Appreciate you, Jarrell Hattie. for coming up, helping me out on the panel. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. Join me tomorrow because you know, if it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cat Sports. I will see y'all around those JBT streets.